New River Gorge National Park and Preserve features 53 miles of natural scenic beauty and human history surrounding the New River in West Virginia. Did you know that the New River actually isn't a new river at all? There is some debate among geologists on its exact age. However, it is estimated that the New River is older than the Appalachian Mountains themselves, which are several 100 million years old. New River Gorge National Park and Preserve is one of our newest national parks. It became a national park in December of 2020. In this video, I'll guide you through 10 things you can do in this beautiful place. But before I get into those 10 things to do, I wanted to teach you more about the layout of this national park so you're prepared before your visit. As I mentioned, New River Gorge National Park and Preserve is located in wild and wonderful West Virginia. The national park boundary for this national park primarily surrounds the New River Gorge, hence the name New River Gorge National Park, and the park runs longer from north to south. You can break this national park down into 4 main sections, with each section having its own visitor center. The north section is the Canyon Rim area, which also features the town of Fayetteville, West Virginia. As we start to head south, the next district is the Thurmond Historic District. Continuing south from there, we have the Grandview area. And the farthest south section of New River Gorge National Park is the Sandstone area. To give you an idea of the size of this park, to drive from Fayetteville in the north section of the national park down to the Sandstone area in the south section of the park takes approximately 50 minutes to 1 hour. Alright guys, let's jump into this list of 10 things to do in beautiful New River Gorge National Park and Preserve. Number 1 on this list is the Endless Wall Trail, located in the north section of New River Gorge National Park near the town of Fayetteville, north of the New River. The Endless Wall Trail is a 3.2-mile loop trail, which is one of the most popular trails in the national park. There is a large parking area with a vault toilet at the trailhead. As you can see, we brought our dogs with us on this trail. Most of the hiking trails in New River Gorge National Park are pet friendly, which is great for us because we love to take our dogs with us on hikes. This path will take you through thick forests with rhododendron and mountain laurels. After hiking through the forest for a bit, you make your way out to several different overlooks of the New River Gorge. There is one overlook here that gave the trail its name, the seemingly endless wall in front of you dropping down to the New River Gorge. As you continue this relatively flat trail along that plateau ridge, you have several more options for overlooks of the New River Gorge and the New River. Eventually you'll make a turn back into the forest where you'll go up and down some minor hills. You'll meander along a little creek and you'll make your way back to the road. If you do this hiking trail after a recent rain event, this may get muddy, so keep an eye out for that. From the road, you'll make a left turn and walk back to the parking lot trailhead area to conclude the loop. Number 2 on this list is the Fayette Station Road Scenic Drive. Also located in the northern section of New River Gorge National Park near the town of Fayetteville, starting near Lansing, north of the New River, is the start point of the Fayette Station Road. The start of this scenic drive takes you back and forth down the cliffside on a small one-way path. You'll drive under some pretty cool rock outcrops, you'll have beautiful views of the forest, and eventually you'll come to your first view of the New River Gorge Bridge. Along this scenic drive, there are many stopping points where you can pull over, look at an overlook, read the plaques talking about the history and nature of the area, and you can continue your drive. You even get to go under the New River Gorge Bridge, which really puts the size of that bridge into perspective. You continue to meander your way down the hillside until you make it to almost the same elevation as the New River, where you can go over a bridge. This is a very small one-lane bridge for drivers on the scenic path. You cannot park or stop while you're on this bridge, but there is an area to pull off before and after the bridge, and there is a sidewalk on the left and right side of the driving space if you would like to get out of your vehicle and take in some of the views from that beautiful bridge. After crossing that bridge, you'll start to meander your way back up the mountain, where there are several more stops for overlooks, including this stop for the Kmore 1 mine trail. This trail could take you all the way to the Kmore mine. However, if you simply walk 1/10 of a mile by crossing this bridge and starting to go uphill along the trail, you will get a stunning view of Wolf Creek Falls. This was a hidden gem while we were visiting this national park. It was one of my favorite things that I saw in this national park. It is a beautiful little waterfall cascading down over moss-covered rocks. And something about this was so magical and beautiful. It's something that I highly recommend you go see in person if you have the chance. If you plan on taking the Fayette Station Scenic Drive, it is an 8-mile stretch of one-way trail, which takes approximately 45 minutes to an hour and 30 minutes, depending on how much you stop and if you do that short walk over to the waterfall. Number 3 on this list is the Long Point Trail, also located in the northern section of the national park near the town of Fayetteville, south of the New River. This is an out and back type trail. It's about 3 miles, so 1.5 miles out to the viewpoint, 1.5 miles back. There are several route options for you with different parking areas and trailheads. I chose to start at the Butcher's Branch trailhead and connect over to the Long Point Trail, which still ended up being about 3 miles out and back, but it had a little bit more elevation gain with a total of about 550 feet elevation gain. The Butcher's Branch trailhead is also the trailhead for the Kmore Mine Trail if you want to do the short and steep trail right down to the Kmore Mine. I started on that Butcher's Branch trail, which takes you through a forest. It was a relatively quiet, secluded trail. We were the only people on this trail. It is a dog-friendly trail. You can hear running water and creeks nearby as you're walking, and eventually you meet up with the Long Point Trail, which is a more broad, wide trail to the viewpoint. The viewpoint at the end of this trail features that iconic viewpoint of the New River Gorge Bridge over the New River. When we made it out to the overlook area, there were some people relaxing, doing yoga, meditation, out on the rock outcrops. It is a really peaceful, beautiful spot. I highly recommend this hike. It just has everything that New River Gorge National Park is about. It features that New River, the bridge, the sandstone rock outcrops, and the thick, beautiful West Virginia forest. Number 4 on my list of things to do in New River Gorge National Park and Preserve is the Grand View Rim Trail to Turkey Spur Overlook. Located in the central region of the national park at the Grand View area. If you would like to shorten this 3.1 mile out and back type trail, there is a road that parallels this hiking trail all the way to the base of Turkey Spur Overlook. You could go to the Grand View main parking area, walk out to the Grand View Overlook, which is stunning. It features a horseshoe bend of the New River. If you choose to do the full out and back trail, that is also where the trailhead begins. If you only want to check out that overlook and then pop back in your vehicle to go to Turkey Spur Overlook, you can follow that road that takes you all the way to a small parking area for Turkey Spur Overlook. From the Turkey Spur Overlook parking area, there is a short walk along the base of a rock outcrop to a flight of stairs. There are about 150 steps that will take you up to 3 different overlook viewpoints of the surrounding New River Gorge area. The view from this higher elevation is absolutely beautiful, and I highly recommend this if you have time. As a quick added bonus, in the Grand View area, there also is the Tunnel Trail, which begins at the main Grand View parking area. When you start walking towards the Grand View Overlook, there is a side trail for the Tunnel Trail, and that's a short little loop trail that walks you around some rock outcrops and see some tunnels that exist within these sandstone rock formations. Some of those tunnels are blocked off for safety reasons, but you can still enter some of those little tunnels a little way and then come back out to continue along the trail. Number 5 on my list is to check out Sandstone Falls. This is located in the southeast section of New River Gorge National Park. And this sandstone area has a visitor center, several overlooks, and the Sandstone Falls Boardwalk Nature Walk area on the opposite side of the river. From this visitor center to the Sandstone Falls area, it is about a 30-minute drive. As the crow flies, the Sandstone Falls and the visitor center are relatively nearby, but to access the Sandstone Falls boardwalk and see the falls up close, you have to drive south, cross over that bridge, and then drive north on the opposite side of the river to the trailhead parking area for Sandstone Falls. There are 2 overlook viewpoints along that route on your way over to Sandstone Falls to help break up that trip a little bit. Once you make it to the boardwalk area, it's just a half-mile out and back, short little path to get several different viewpoints of Sandstone Falls. From this main boardwalk trail, there is a side trail called the Island Loop Trail. The Island Loop Trail is more narrow, it's dirt and rock path, and it is fully lined with poison ivy. So if you are allergic or reactive to poison ivy plants, I don't recommend doing the Island Loop Trail. Number 6 is to go whitewater rafting on the New River. We personally did not do this on our most recent trip to New River Gorge National Park, but it is one of the most popular activities to do in the park. Whitewater rafting is most popular in the months of April to October. There are a handful of commercial companies that offer whitewater rafting trips. It seems like rafting on the lower section of the New River is more dangerous and for experienced whitewater rafters, and the upper section of the New River is more family friendly. I have a link to the National Park Service's page on whitewater rafting in the description under this video. That features the list of companies that offer whitewater rafting expeditions. If you'd like to get down on the New River from the comfort of a powered boat, New River Jet Boats offers 2-hour tours for all ages. that depart from Hawks Nest State Park, north of Fayetteville, West Virginia. I have a link to their website with more information about booking their jet boats in the description under this video. Number 8 on my list is to check out the Visitor Center at the Canyon Rim area near Fayetteville, West Virginia. This is located in that northern section of the national park. The Canyon Rim Visitor Center is the largest and most visited visitor center in this national park. Inside the visitor center, you'll find a station where you can talk to rangers and ask them questions. There is a small gift shop area, and there is a display where you can learn more about the flora, fauna, and history of the national park. Outside the visitor center, there are a bunch of restroom facilities. There also is a short walk to the overlook of the New River Gorge Bridge, which is one of the most photographed areas in this national park. From that spot, there are steps that continue going downhill further, where you get an even better view of the bridge. If you're physically capable, I recommend taking those steps down to that lower viewpoint because the view is even better from there. Number 9 is for all my adventure seekers out there. That is to do the bridge walk under the New River Gorge Bridge. There is a platform that extends throughout the length of the New River Gorge Bridge, and you can be harnessed in and walk that catwalk on that platform while 4 lanes of traffic rush above you, and you are situated 800 feet above the New River. I have a link with more information about the bridge walk in the description under this video. And finally, number 10 on this list of things to do in New River Gorge National Park and Preserve is to visit the Kmore mine site. You can access the Kmore mine site through the Kmore Miners Trail. This is a 1.5 mile out and back trail with quite a bit of elevation gain. You actually go downhill 950 feet and then you have to go back up those 950 feet to the trailhead. If you would like to lengthen this hike, you actually can access the Kmore mine if you start at the Kmore Trail off of Fayette Station Road. That's at Scenic Drive, which was number 2 on our list. That Kmore Trail intersects with the Kmore Miners Trail, which takes you down those steps to what is left of the Kmore mine. While on this hike, you can learn more about the history of mining in this area and try to imagine what a workday would have been like as a coal miner in West Virginia. You might be able to tell by now that one of my favorite things to do when I visit a national park is to go for a hike. We only spent 3 days in New River Gorge National Park, so we did not give ourselves enough time to visit the Glade Creek area. However, there are 4 hiking trails located in this section of the park. This is just southeast of the Grand View section of the national park. Here is a quick list of the hiking trails in Glade Creek. If you're interested in learning more about these hiking trails, I have a link for this National Park Service page in the description under this video. In addition to hiking, other activities popular in this national park include mountain biking, rock climbing, whitewater rafting, and fishing. Many of the trails in the Fayetteville area have side trails leading to rock climbing spots. I have more information about these other activities to do in the park linked in the description under this video. Alright guys, that wraps up my video of 10 things to do in New River Gorge National Park and Preserve. If you visited this national park and you have something that you enjoyed that was not on this list, please leave a comment below so you can give that information out to other people looking for things to do in this park. If you are planning your own trip to New River Gorge, have an amazing time. If you are new to this channel and you're not subscribed yet and you liked what you saw in this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future travel videos like this one. Alright guys, have a wonderful day and happy travels!